This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, what's going on? I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
That's right, and you tuned into another episode of the Viewers Anonymous podcast where we give you our very own takes and reviews of movies and TV straight out of Hollywood. What's going on with you, brother?
Man, you know how it be, same shit, different day. But your boy pushing through, just trying to thrive in this place that we call the world, you know what I'm saying? How you
For
feeling
sure,
though?
for sure. I'm in the famous words of James Winston, pain everywhere. I'm hurting, man. My fucking sciatic nerve acting up again, but you know what I'm saying? I'm over here on the donut. You know what I'm saying?
Ah,
So, you know, got to do what I
man,
got to do.
I feel for you, bro. Man, we look
Yeah,
we
shit
we've
painful.
had it. I know. I mean, I don't know, but I can only imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it's
man.
just yeah, we've had those conversations before, and it's just like, but it's not a fun thing, man. Can't be. So
Hey
I'm
man, I
feeling
had to
for you.
pull out the inflatable bed, man, and you know what I'm saying, get in the office. I'm sleeping in the office. I can't sleep in a regular bed, man. That shit stiffing me up. It shit hurting, man.
Damn. Yeah, man, that's wild. But I hope that shit gets straightened out, man. Hit up the chiropractor, man, and
I mean, you too, man.
let him work you back out. You know what I'm
That's crazy, but yeah.
saying?
I hate talking about the chiropractor, bro.
Hey,
It's so flagrant, man.
I mean, it is, but like it. I know some people like to like talk down on the profession and shit,
Yeah,
but
no,
it's just like,
it's an amazing profession though. Cause I didn't know it was so many methods to chiropractic.
yeah.
Yeah, it's dope. It's really dope. They make some great money. I'll tell you that much. Cause that motherfucker, he done got at least about a good stack out of me. And I only pay $30 a time every time I go in there. So I know he making buku cash off me, bro.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's the hustle. I used to deliver to one college that was that what people went for that if they
Chiropractor.
wanted to be a chiropractor. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what's
It
up.
was but yeah, man, it seemed like a cool profession, man. Like I had a cousin. I mean, she wasn't a chiropractor, but she used to know how to like pop motherfuckers' necks and backs and shit.
Man, I wish I knew her now.
Well, I mean, she passed some years back, but
Damn.
yeah,
God
man, she
rest her
used to
soul, man.
yeah,
That's
man.
a no, that's a real, that's like a real, that ain't even no skill. That's a gift, bro. To just be able to do some shit like that, that's a, cause let me tell you something. The dude I'm going to now, bro, I told y'all he do the drop table thing. So like he puts you on the table and wrench the table up, slam you down on the table and shit. So
Oh,
yeah, like you done went through so much pain through that, you don't even feel the pain in your sciatic nerve. so, so by the time you get up, you just so happy to quit getting pushed into the table. You know what I'm saying? You good. But the first one I ever went to, 'cause this is the third time this has happened to me. So the first one I ever went to, dude he was doing the one where he actually like twisting you, popping, pulling up, and you know what I'm saying, yanking and shit. Man, let me tell you something, bro. I walked out of there a brand new man. I need to go back to one of them because this job table shit, I can't do it.
crazy. But man, like I said the last time, man, good luck with it. Because the thing is and we were speaking about something everybody don't need to know about all that.
Hmm.
But like we were speaking about something and I was just saying that man, it's oh man, what I said, like your livelihood. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
do
yeah.
whatever's best for your livelihood, man. Whatever makes it more simpler to live, move around, do what you need to do.
For
Yes, man.
sure. For sure.
Do all those things.
Definitely, man. But how you holding up, brother?
Man, I mean, I was alright until I looked at my damn phone
Hmm.
and it's supposed to rain all motherfucking week. Man, I
Rain.
was in that rain all day today, man.
Rain.
I'm
Nigga,
telling you, bud.
we supposed to be getting snow again.
You know, listen, let me tell you
I
something.
take rain.
These ain't the days that us FedEx, UPS, like we nah. This is bullshit. And then it
I
was
feel
cold.
you. Yeah,
Then it was cold. I know y'all got different kind of cold. Like I've been up north and I got a
yeah.
whole new respect for cold. I went through two West Virginia winters. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying? I understand it. But like the days, I think the high was like 47.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, this is bullshit. With
Shit.
rain too?
Wait
Man.
till the high get to 36.
Nah.
Nigga, that shit ain't no kind of fun, nigga. You be sitting there looking at you look at the fucking phone, man. Fuck outside.
Yeah, that win. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. See, a lot of people down here in the South, we don't really experience it that much, but
Yeah,
it's like, man, I'm talking about when it's so cold that like the wind blow and it catch you with your mouth open, you take a deep breath, and then like you can't breathe for a
that shit
second.
hurt, nigga. That shit hurt.
Whoo, but hey,
When that wind blow across your face and it feel like somebody just constantly smacking you, bro, that shit different, bro.
boy,
You
it is
can't feel the tip of
completely
your
different,
nose, and your lips get super dried up. Yeah, this shit ain't no
man.
fun, man. You can't breathe and shit because all the air dry as hell. Yeah, I'm cool,
Man,
bro.
crazy,
I
man.
don't never have no problems like that during the summer though. Summer it'd be beautiful. When that
Yeah,
fucking winter hit, man, you can't breathe. Your nose all clogged up and shit. Man, it's horrible.
man. Look, don't remind me. God damn it. I'm telling you. Yo, I gotta get something on my chest real quick. You know what I'm
Do
saying?
your
Before we
thing,
get
man.
into the feature presentation. And obviously, you could chime in, man. You're a smart guy.
Yeah.
I just want to say this, man. And I watched the Saturday. I didn't watch it, but they put up every fucking clip and
Mm-hmm.
every like uh SNL put up every skit,
Yep.
the one all that shit. So I watched it all. That's Saturday or Sunday morning. And first of all, let me say, look, Dave Chappelle's a genius,
Yep.
and I believe that he is. I think he has taken, for me at least, because it's all subjective. He's taken that top spot for me, and I think that 15-minute monologue that he did was, I mean, it was a work of art. And
Right.
like for the people that want to come out, and it's just like the way that he handcrafted that. I understand some people want to be offended, and I understand all that stuff, but it's just like, yo, I just don't get it. Like to me, I ain't trying to be offensive, but that shit was comedy, man.
Man, that shit was hilarious.
I'm talking about it was so funny, and it was just and everybody want to jump on this anti-Semitic Semitic stuff, and I'm gonna tell you who made a great point. So I'm listening to Dan Levitard, and
Mm-hmm.
Amin has been on the last couple of days because Amin ain't always there,
Right.
and
Shout
so
out
he
to
was
me
on.
now Hassan, man. That's my
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, I really fucks with Amin Hassan, and so he was speaking about like Mike Shore was saying how Dave Chappelle is anti-Semitic. He talking about he can't talk, but he come out when he wants, and everybody do this and everybody do that. And like Amin was saying, okay, so he was like, so the one part of the joke where he said that if it's a black people, they what do you call it? He said when it's Italians, they the mob. When it's black people, it's a
It's a
gang.
gang.
And he was like, when it's the Jews, it's something about how they like run Hollywood or some shit like that.
No, he was
I think
saying if it's the Jews, he said something like mind your business or don't say nothing or some shit like that.
yeah, and he was like, and the guy was like, yo, like because Amin is like, yo, that's the joke. He was like,
Mm-hmm.
y'all found it offensive only at the parts of where he said something about the Jews, but
Yeah.
y'all ain't understanding that there's a stereotype that's being pointed towards people. And for black people,
Mm-hmm.
they're saying that all black people are in the gangs and all Italian people are in the mob. But he was like, when it's not true.
Right.
And so Mike Shore is like, he said something about what did he say, man? It's leaving my memory. But he was just saying something about that Jewish people was, an imminent threat. And he was like, and black people not. He was like, black people been a threat for 40 years. And he was like, yo, I feel like I'm when the police is behind me, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I am afraid. And it was just like That's the whole point of the joke. Like he's like Dave Chappelle has found a way to go on stage and just tell his truth in a comedic way.
Yeah.
And it's just like I found it so genius, and even like how people tried to quote unquote tried to counsel him when it comes to uh the LGBTQ plus
Mm-hmm.
community and all that
When he
stuff.
was making a transgender joke.
Yeah, and it's just like when the way I looked at that, and like I say, I don't mean no disrespect, but it's like for number one, everybody wants equality, right?
Right.
But it's like at the same time, if you want equality and you don't want to be looked at as weird or whatever the case may be, like you just want to be included, I feel like that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Black people can get these jokes, white people can get these jokes, fat
Mm-hmm.
people, skinny people, Latino people, everybody can get these jokes. And it's like, but when we give y'all jokes, I gotta get canceled.
Well, the interesting thing is, when we did, if you guys want to go back and watch it, we did a show called Hunters, and one of the episodes they were talking about how anytime somebody talks about how rich or how powerful, or just how connected or how well or how much they succeed, and they were speaking about the Jewish community, um, they view that as a threat only because, which and it's crazy because this is the only time we've ever, what I'm saying, like, had to deal with this, is when you talk about somebody, and to us is what I'm saying, we bigging them up, but to them it's a threat only because that's the same thing that happened in Nazi Germany. They talked about how rich they were. They talked about how wealthy and powerful they were, and how they controlled everything, how they did this, and how they controlled the banking system, and how they controlled, what I'm saying, the media and everything else. And that's what ultimately got most of the country to turn on, what I'm saying, Jewish people. Um, and me being like, what I'm saying, how I am with World War II, and I'm not necessarily obsessed with that time, but I find it super interesting, especially, just not the Nazi situation, or the Nazi party in general. I find it extremely interesting, and not interesting to the point to where, like, I believe what they're saying, or what I'm saying, like, I believe in what they're saying. I find it interesting because you have a guy who had no political background, who technically was considered an artist or a painter or whatever, and he rose to the ranks in politics there. And in the midst of rising to the ranks in politics, he basically showed the world that, people will conform as long as you have one or two people going along with you, and as long as you look like you're in power. If you can look like you're in power, you can gain power, right? And that's technically kind of what happened around that time. And unfortunately, um, what I'm saying, the atrocity of the Holocaust ended up happening. I think the shitty part about it is, though, is that, you have other examples of other races and other people saying the same things that Kanye West has said, that Kyrie Irving has said, or even made jokes, what I'm saying, that Dave Chappelle has said, and none of these people get the same backlash that these three men either have got or are getting. And it seems as if, like, anytime a black person does something, it's like we're always getting the brunt of everything. We always get the worst of everything. You know what I mean? You look at Kyrie Irving, he didn't even say anything. All he did was post a picture and a link of a movie. He didn't say that he watched the movie. He didn't say that he liked the movie. He didn't say that the movie was bad. All he did was just post it on this thing. And he could, what I'm saying, we didn't have no context to it. And out of that, he has, what I'm saying, been suspended for 5 games. He has to apologize. He has to donate money. And it's all of this. And all he did was post a picture and a link. And Kanye West said some things too. But the things that even he said, like, it was a bunch of people separating themselves from him from the get go. And then the to me the worst of that was the hypocrisy of Adidas, who was started by the Nazis, who was helping fund the Nazis. You know what I'm saying? Um, Adidas is I think his name is like Adi Dassler or something like that. But basically, he was a supporter of the Nazi party. Same with Hugo Boss and all them, and then like you see all these companies separating themselves and not even going back to their own history, and you know what I'm saying, denouncing that or whatever the case may be. And Adidas may have done it before, just not to the point to where you know what I'm saying it's well known because me personally, I don't know it, and I'm sure a bunch of other people didn't even know it. I'm sure a bunch of other people didn't even know that. You know, what I'm saying it was founded as a from a Nazi supporter. So you get, you know, what I'm saying like all this shit, and it always seems like black people end up facing the worst of it all, and you know, what I'm saying everybody else ends up saying some wild shit about Jewish people, and then nothing happens. You know, what I'm saying it's not even the story. Um, you know, what I'm saying it's not even the issue and I'm what really pisses me off is the fact that even in America, how people can, you know what I'm saying, jump down these guys' throats. But then when somebody brings up the fact that black people have been going through, you know what I'm saying, the same oppression and even worse, nobody bats an eyelash. Nobody says anything about it. And the few people that do say something about it end up getting hushed up. You know what I'm saying? When a few people do say it, or you know what I'm saying, if they bring up the Holocaust, it's woe is me. If we bring up slavery, it's oh that was a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So it weirds me out. But and the weird thing about that too is like, bro, the Holocaust is only it's like less than I think it's like less than 100 years from slavery. When slavery supposedly ended in 1865, the Holocaust was what like in the 1940s. That's what 80 years. That's a whole person. That's a person's
Yeah.
lifespan. You know what I'm saying? So within a person's lifespan, it went from slavery to the Holocaust, like just that fast. And I think it's just like we always get put on the back burner as black people. We always get put on the back burner and thrown, you know what I'm saying, to the wolves. And everybody else, when somebody says something about them, then the world stands up and the world fights for them. And anytime it comes to us, we have to have shit on video and we have to have proof of shit and we have to, you know what I'm saying, go out here and riot and burn shit up and yell and scream to the top of our lungs for other people to come help us when all you got to do is say some shit and the next thing you know the whole world is turning on you and they don't even have to say a fucking word because I've heard little to nothing from an actual Jewish person.
And
You
see
know what I'm
the
saying?
and like and his whole thing with like the transgenders and then he was just trying to explain like yo like I don't have a personal problem with transgenders. He was like his problem is just basically they skip the line. Cause
Yeah,
like if you
everybody
really
did.
listen to what he's saying like yo, like all of the things that they're complaining about are things that they want and demands that they have. He's
They
like,
getting it.
and black people been saying this
But and this is
300
the
years.
Yeah, this is the craziest part about it, bro. Germany put Americans in the Holocaust, right? And it was like Poland and a whole bunch of other countries too, but mainly Germany. You know, the U.S. paid reparations to Holocaust survivors.
Yeah,
Yeah, we still fighting for reparations. You know what I'm saying? Even after they promised us reparations and still didn't get it. After slavery, they gave slave masters reparations. So it's
yeah.
like, yo, we always, you know what I'm saying? We always getting put on the back burner. And this ain't no oppression Olympics. So if anybody watching this and they want to say, oh, you trying to compare, I'm not trying to compare shit. I'm just stating facts and I'm stating history. If you look throughout history, black people have always been the last to do or get anything at all. Sometimes we don't even receive shit. And the fact that you know, you get all of these people um who are Jewish and they come over here and you know what I'm saying, basically get handed a lei and get kissed on the cheek and say welcome to America. You know, you look at it and it's kind of fucked up and that's somebody who knows a tad bit about Judaism and knows a tad bit about Jewish people and everything else. Like, yo, I'm not never knocking nobody else for anything because I think we should all come together and fuck the government up just in general. I'm sick of the separation. But at the end of the day, like it is unfair. It's unfair as fuck because I feel like for all those people who, you know what I'm saying, when they do the black scent or when people, you know what I'm saying, act like a black girl or people act black or anything, we should be, you know what I'm saying, they should be stoned just the same way that Kyrie gets stoned, the same way that Kanye got stoned, the same way they trying to stone Dave Chappelle. And those people should all be just as furious of seeing that as you know what I'm saying as they are when somebody makes a comment on the Jewish community. You know what I'm saying? We should always feel that way. The same way they should be feeling the way when these motherfuckers are talking about build a wall, you know what I'm saying, with Hispanic people. Meanwhile, the most motherfuckers that cross the border illegally is Canadian. So, just some shit to, you know what I'm saying, put out there. Um but yeah, I mean, just me purposely, I stand with Dave Chappelle, man. All he was doing was making jokes. And I feel like as a comedian, your job is to make jokes and make light of the shit that's going on in the world, but it's also bringing awareness. And if people want to get offended by that, then comedy just ain't for you. And if you are getting offended by that, go find something else to fucking get offended about. Leave our shit alone.
Yeah, I mean, the last thing I'm gonna say is it's like, and Michael Rappaport said this on
Fuck
his,
Michael Rappaport, by the way.
I think, was it the Wednesday? It was the Wednesday. It was the Wednesday episode before the Saturday Night Live joint, and he
Mm-hmm.
was saying, he was like, I already know what's gonna happen. He was like, everybody's gonna find something to get offended about. He was like, when Dave
Nah,
Chappelle
fuck
go
all
on
that.
there,
Cause that's the and I don't fuck with him for that reason. Because when Kyrie say something, when or when Kyrie do something, and when Kanye say something, all of a sudden he offended. Dave Chappelle get on there and he don't bring that same energy to Dave Chappelle. Fuck Michael Rappaport, he's a bitch.
I can see where you're coming from with that, but he was just saying that he knew. Well, he was just calling it before that people would try to pick apart hits,
Hmm.
not necessarily his monologue, but
Yeah, I
just
heard
he
I
just
heard what Rappaport
yeah
said,
yeah
but
he
he
was
ain't
just
say
saying it.
shit bad about Chappelle though, did he?
Nah,
Yeah, I know.
but when it comes to, I think that when it comes to Chappelle stuff was comedy. I don't think
100%, 100%. But
like
in every dose of comedy, there's truth. And
yeah
you know what I'm saying? Especially when you got a genius like Chappelle or a genius like Chris Rock or a genius like George Carlin or a genius like Richard Pryor, you know what I'm saying? A genius like Lewis Black. When those guys make jokes, those guys ain't just making jokes. They making jokes out of social commentary. And when you making those jokes out of social commentary, there's truth in those jokes. And it's to not just to make you laugh, but to also bring awareness to some shit, to show you a point or to, you know what I'm saying? To me, I feel like they don't make jokes, they make a thesis to show you, hey, this is what I'm gonna be talking about. And when I say this shit, I need you to pay attention because what I'm saying is very important. And when you got those geniuses that step on stage and they do they you know what I'm saying, they work and put their art together, then this you not only laughing out of that, but you're gonna learn something out of that.
yeah. And that's why I feel that there's a difference between what Dave Chappelle was doing and saying and
Hmm.
what and even the Kyrie stuff. I just think that and we spoke. I think we was off air. Yeah, we was off air. I just said that the thing with Kyrie is that he just sometimes he tried to be too smart. He tries to outsmart the whole room when it's a simpler thing that could be said or done. And I think that he just want to outsmart everybody. And like when it comes to uh uh Kyrie, not Kyrie, but Kanye, that's just I've already told you, like I don't even like mentioning him for the simple fact that he know what he's doing. He know how to get everybody riled up. He know how to
One
get
hundred
everybody to
percent,
talk
and
about him.
yeah, Kanye's a troll. I don't take nothing dude
Yeah,
say personal.
yeah.
To
I
me,
don't pay
I
him any
I've been
attention.
offended. I've been offended by Kanye. Kanye has fucked up long, long, long ago. But to me,
Yeah,
I still don't feel like what happened to him was necessary because, like I said, we've had other examples of what was said happened, and that same energy was not presented. And I feel like because that same energy was not presented, then you know what I'm saying, because Kanye said it, all of a sudden, they allowing all these people to, what I'm saying, disassociate themselves or get away from them and, what I'm saying, talk bad about them and talk down on them. And I know a lot of black people ain't fuck with him because he wore the White Lives Matter shirt or whatever, but fuck all that shit, man. Like, do your research and then go back and look at that shit. And I ain't talking about just White Lives Matter. I'm talking about just in general. Just do your research and you'll see. Like, some shit just ain't for everybody. And that wasn't for us. But at the same time, that's still a black man and we should still hold him up whenever some shit happens, because maybe he lost and maybe he need us to bring him back. And I feel like as a community we should be doing that instead of shitting on him with the rest of the world.
I hear you and I feel you, but I just think that when it's him, he just went too far for me. It's because
Yeah.
I understand what he's doing and I know what he's doing and
Well,
I'm not
yep.
a fan of that shit. So it's just like
Well, I'm
okay,
with you. I'm with you. But still though, like I still think it's fucked up that, you know, they get on his neck like that, man, and let everybody else slide. I'm not with that shit. I feel
oh
like
yeah,
if you gonna punish one, punish everybody else the same way. You know what I'm saying?
no, you're right, you're right, definitely right. But I just had to get it off real quick, man. I just thought
Good
it,
shit, man. That was
I
good
thought it
shit.
was genius. I thought it was genius what he did. And if you're offended, I'm sorry, but like you said, it might not be for you.
Exactly, man. But so today, man, we are covering the 2002 film X, the horror film that really blew my mind and got me excited to get back into the horror genre actually. We've had some great horror movies come out in 2002, but this one kind of topped the cake for me, man. Um your first time watching this, bro, what did you think?
Well, the first time I watched it was last month sometime, and I've been seeing the trailer for it for a while. And then obviously,
Hmm.
like I told you, I follow Cuddy. You know, what I'm saying he's
Yep.
one of my favorite musicians that's out there in the world, favorite artists out there in the world. And so I seen that he was coming out and with this movie, and he was actually a executive producer and all that type shit. And I
Oh,
was like, oh
nice.
man, I'm gonna have to watch this shit. And so I was surprised to see that shit popped up on Hulu. I was like, whoa, like
Hmm.
already? I'm like, all right, let me check this out. And when I watched it, I was like, yo, I got so much because I don't really do a lot of like research on movies. I just really come up with
Hmm.
my own shit. And I was like, yo, but this shit feels Texas Chainsaw-ish.
Yeah.
Then I get to
It
looking,
yeah.
it is Texas. Like that's the whole purpose
Yeah.
of it. It's really like not necessarily a prequel, but more like a post type of Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Okay.
situation. So it's actually is connected to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre whole little franchise joint.
No shit.
So yeah, it actually is like it actually is connected to it, and like when you're watching it, it's like oh okay, yeah. Like I felt it when I seen it the first time, and then once I
Right.
actually looked it up, I was like, well, that's why. Like it actually does tie. It actually ties into it, and I think that it's a different kind of horror film because like obviously if you've seen this movie, you're thinking ain't no way in the hell these two old ass motherfuckers killing me.
Bro, there's no well, the old man, yeah, because he was walking around with that fucking shotgun the whole time. But
Yeah,
that
he's
old
sneaky as
ass
fuck.
lady with that fucking knife, there's man, I'd have uppercutted her so fucking fast, bro.
But at the same time, like okay, now you gotta dress up the scene though.
No,
So
her first kill with dude in the fucking truck. He got mad. He's sitting there crying because his girl wanted to bang out in the scene or
hey,
whatever.
we definitely gonna talk about that later.
Yeah. So first and foremost, you can't get mad that you know what I'm saying. You filming this. You done brought your girl along to assist you on filming this porno. She watching these broads get hit this whole time by this black dude. She gonna feel something. She gonna get turned on. You know what I'm saying? That's human nature. When you see sex, you want sex. That's what it is. The smart thing for you to do would have been, okay, let's, you know what I'm saying, let's do this. I'm gonna get in the scene too. Y'all can film this part. This could be extra. Like, be smart about this. And don't get mad because she want to jump in. You already know she's doing it out of spite. You can tell she's doing it out of spite because here you go with this macho shit talking about, yeah, no, I'd never do da 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 da. You ain't gonna never. Oh no, no, I want to do a scene now. So fuck you. This is my fuck you to you, sir. So anyway, he watches girl get banged out on camera. This nigga have a whole hissy fit.
This motherfucker get in the shower and
Come
cried
on,
in
man.
the shower.
Cried in the shower, bro. There's no way. There's no way. You mean to tell me, oh, you about to have this scene? Look, I got an additional scene we can do. Let me get them two. We're gonna do a threesome scene. we gonna all be fucking in this cabin. We're gonna all be banging out in this cabin. You hear me? I'm not about to be the only one left out. You know what I'm saying? This is not this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna set the camera up. Let's just have an orgy. I mean, if we all gonna get freaky like that, I mean, you really want to get in it? Let's get in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna do me
Yeah.
like that though. Dude is a punk, man. He gets in his truck. He drives off. This old ass lady is standing right in the driveway. Now, the G and me, I'm gonna either run through her or go around her. You know what I'm saying? Once I'm deciding to leave, I'm deciding to leave. I'm not about to stop. Oh man, this old ass lady. I'm gonna hunk the horn. Hey, get the fuck out of the way. What are you doing out here? I'm gonna go knock on on the door. Hey man, come get your wife. You know what I'm saying? She out here. It's cold and shit. I don't know what the fuck she got on, but you need to come get her. Drive my ass the fuck up out of here. Instead, this nigga gets out the car to check on this old ass lady. She gets to coming on to him. Instantly right there, that's the beginning of the horror movie. Right there. That's the beginning of it all. That's the scariest part of the movie. The scariest part ain't the fact that these niggas is getting shot up and killed and stabbed. No, the scariest part is you got this old ass 90-year-old lady butt naked and horny out here in these streets. That is the scariest part of the movie, bro. And then she took her clothes off.
This is what kills me. Is the whole part of like when she was like trying to give him a hug, and like he was sitting there with his face, and he was like pulling back. Yo, you know how rude that shit is to be making those facial expressions.
I'd have mushed the fuck out that old lady, bro. What are you talking about? I'd have rude. I'd have really been. I'd have Heisman her shit, bro. Don't get your old nasty ass on me. She all skinny and frail and Nah, man.
But you want to know the crazy part though, and I don't know if you know this. You might know this, but you didn't know that this was a part of the what's name. You do know the person that played Maxine played Pearl.
I didn't know that.
It's the same person. She played two parts. Yes.
So, Pearl was the old lady, right?
Yeah, Pearl is the old lady,
and then Maxine was the main white chick.
Yeah, the main white chick, not Brittany Snow. Now, don't disrespect Brittany Snow. Brittany Snow,
well, I don't
Snow
know
the blonde.
Yeah, I don't know they.
Well, her name in the show, her name in the movie is Bobby Lynn. She was the blonde,
okay. The one that was banging out
Jackson, which
Cuddy's
was
character. Okay,
yes, and
she
the other girl the girl that had the blue eyeliner joint. Yeah. She's the old lady. She played both parts.
Really?
Yes, look at the IMDb.
She did a hell of a job, bro.
Yes, she played both of them. Cause
she did a hell of a job.
Man, I'm telling you, cause she changed her voice, the way she walked around like an old lady.
She don't. Like, you can't tell. First off, you got to give credit to the makeup department because the makeup department did a awesome job. Because that old ass lady looked disgusting. She looked like she was in. She looked like she came out that swamp. She was fucked up, bro.
She was definitely fucked up, and cause like I was sitting there, cause I got to the point now, like when I watch movies, like I pull up the IMDb to try to get some shit together. And then I seen Maxine / Pearl, and I'm like, okay. And so then I seen the credits at the end because I didn't know if they was gonna have like a little end credit scene, how sometimes move. And then I see it again, and I'm like, Wait a minute. You
She
telling
playing
me
both
she
of them
played both
motherfuckers.
parts?
Man,
Yeah,
she
she
did a
played.
hell of a job.
Yeah, she played both parts. But like, yeah, like she looked. Oh my God, she looked totally disgusting as that old lady. Like
100%.
they made a
Disgusting is
titty
not the word.
sag,
Yeah, disgusting is
everything
not the word. It
because
was she was pure whore.
she definitely was a pure whore. Because
If anybody would have dressed up as her for Halloween, you'd have won instantly.
hey, she looked like what's that
She
movie
looked like
called?
Runny Oatmeal. She was fucked up, man.
Yo, there's like a movie called like Deborah Logan or some shit like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, she looked like that lady. But
Yeah, she was fucked up.
yeah, she was definitely fucked up, and like all she wanted to do was fuck. But yo, she had a whole
I
section
thought she
down in the
spiked the
basement,
lemonade,
yo.
bro.
Yo, she jumped that lemonade like no, she got deep throat.
Who that old lady? Ugh.
No, man.
Not Pearl.
Maxine. When
Yeah,
Maxine threw the shit back.
yeah. No, I wouldn't have
No.
drunk that shit, bro.
What? I don't give a fuck what year it is. I'm not drinking.
Yeah,
First of
that's why I
all,
said I thought she poisoned her, like spiked it
yo,
or some shit.
the whole kitchen is disgusting. No dishes been there since like 4 years prior.
Come on,
Like
man.
I'm not drinking nothing you give me.
Come on,
I'm
man.
not touching no cup you give me.
How
Nothing.
the guest house cleaner than the actual house?
Yo, I don't understand any of this shit.
Flies and
That
shit, old
that
ass
shit was
trucks.
man, that shit was bad. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
cool, bro.
no, I'm good. I'm not thirsty, even though we in Texas and it's hot as fuck. I'm not drinking that shit.
Man, we
Like
got
at
some
all.
water somewhere in the truck. Fuck that,
Yeah.
bro. I
So
would have
yeah,
never went to the house to begin with. He said don't go to the house.
that he did.
You
And I
got to
think
listen.
and yeah, and like the whole thing of feeling sympathetic for the old lady, which was like
Fuck that
she should
old
have left
lady.
that old lady alone. But yeah, she was and yo, she had a whole sex slave down there, yo. And dude was
Come
cool
on,
with
man.
it. Come on, the dude that was downstairs, remember?
No, I know
Down in the
exactly.
cellar.
They cut him up.
Man, listen, she was fucking that dude. His pants was down, man.
His shit was gone, man. They cut him up.
Man, no, he had a dick still, didn't he?
No, he was dead, nigga.
He was not dead.
Yes, he was. He was a dead man. Hanging from
Man,
that thing. He was dead with the cuffs. He was hanging from
I
there.
thought that motherfucker was still alive. But
No, man, remember when old girl seen it, she started screaming like because that motherfucker was dead.
man, well, she was using him as a sex slave. I'm telling you,
No,
because
I'm 100% sure
because
she was.
because Howard he kept talking about his heart. He couldn't do shit,
Hey
and
man, poor Howard. That's what I felt sorry for in the movie.
yeah, because she just got trying to fuck
Man,
Howard.
he was shooting them motherfuckers out of fear for his life. He was traumatized. So I let him off the hook. But her, she should be ashamed of herself.
Man, listen, that lady came on to everybody there,
Literally.
my God.
Literally. No, when she let old girl get ate by the alligator, man. Come on, bro.
Come on,
That was
man.
petty.
That was super petty. She shouldn't have done her like that.
That girl didn't know what to do. She standing at the dock butt naked. She like, do I get up here with the runny oatmeal? Do I get ate by the alligator? I'm gonna take my chance in the water, my nigga. She was not fucking that old ass lady, bro.
Hey, boy, that old lady was disrespectful, boy.
100%. She was rubbing up on old girl with the blood on her hands and shit. I'm like, come on, how do you not feel that?
You talking about when she was
When she was
in the
rubbing
bed with
on Maxine. How
Maxine
you
thought
not
it was.
feel that?
She thought that Maxine thought that was thought that was Wayne.
Ain't no way Wayne's hands is that brittle and skinny, bro.
Hey,
Ugh.
yo, Wayne is fucking crazy, yo.
He
That
got the
motherfucker.
worst of it, man.
Hey, that motherfucker with RJ. Like after they shot like the first scene,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Yo," he's like, "Man, that's gonna be the greatest thing." No, all of that shit. He was like, "Feel how hard my cock is." He grabbed his
That
hand.
shit was funny as hell, bro.
Yeah.
Sexually harassed that man.
Hey, I'm like, yo, Ain't no way. I don't give a fuck how excited I am about something I got going on.
Yeah,
I'm
nah.
not
It
grabbing
was
another
way
man's
too much.
hand.
It was way too much shit in it. This is why I love this movie too, because this is one of those scary movies to where when you go back and watch, you be like, man, that shit would have never happened, bro. Ain't no way that shit would have. It was way too much shit in this movie to not be like I said,
Okay.
that first kill. I'm telling
Yeah,
you, she getting two piece.
but man, look, I feel you, but also at the same time, okay, let me play a little devil advocate here. So this is the 70s. You know what I'm saying? People are more interactive with people. There's no cell phones. There's, you know what I mean. So
Man,
there's,
as
you
in
know,
in
it's
the
a different.
'90s, she'd have got two piece.
Look, it's. I'm just saying it's a different time. You see this old lady standing outside. It's like, okay, we see how fragile she looks.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he was just like, okay, she's standing out here. This is kind of weird. Let me go see if she's okay. Maybe I can guide her into the house.
Exactly.
So
And then
when
when
she
she started
started,
coming on to you, then what?
now he did push off. He was pushing her off
Ain't
of like,
no
yo, like,
pushing.
what are you doing?
You got to get your
And
Muhammad Ali on.
but then at the same time, man, listen, I hear what you're saying. We all know, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to be with you in an apocalypse. We understand that. But I'm just
Mm.
saying, if it's an old ass lady, like, man, like, come on, man. She looked like
You mean
she
to tell
was
me Pearl could have started rubbing up on you, getting
no,
fresh with you? Is
no,
that what you
no,
trying to
no,
tell me,
no.
brother?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I wasn't no two-piece pearl, man. That's all I'm
I
saying.
two, I would two piece the shit out of Pearl, bro. Get your nasty ass off me.
So
Hell
I'm
no,
just
man.
saying that was. I mean, look, Pearl had a quick left hand, boy, cause
Hey, she stabbed him up, didn't she?
quick. I'm talking
Man, that's
about,
what I'm saying,
and
bro.
it
Like,
threw you off, like it, cause
man,
you're watching this movie, and it's like at this time, cause like you said, that's when the horror movie started. Cause
yep.
at the time, nobody was killed yet, so like you watching the movie and you seeing the build up, but you know you seeing fucking and
Hmm.
and all this shit,
You
all this
forget
little
it's a
weird
horror
ass
movie.
conversation, yeah. And like so, then like she stabs him, and you like, oh shit, but then it ain't over.
Mm-mm.
She kept repeatedly stabbing this motherfucker in the neck, and
Yeah,
then the blood fucking starts splashing up on the fucking the
the
headlights, and then
yep.
everything turns red. That was a dope ass
That
concept.
was fire. No, let me tell you something about this movie in general. The build up, like we talked about, the build up was genius. Cause you forget what this movie is about after two sex scenes. You
Oh yeah,
totally forget that they all about to die. Like 100%. This movie was great.
yo, that old lady. Let me tell you something. The way she got Wayne,
That was fucked up.
yo. First of all, my man stepped on a nail, and I wish I could remember how he said it because I just busted out laughing
Yeah.
because he was like, "RJ," he's like, "I stepped on a nail." It's like, it was just so funny. And so he did. He sees the shadow, and he's like, first of all, if it's RJ, why wouldn't RJ say something? Why are you peeking through these fucking holes? Dude, I don't peek through any
Like
holes.
I said, classic horror movie shit. That's what I loved about this. Because this is the only shit that happened in the horror movie. You would only look through them hoes and call RJ's name, even though she ain't answered you the whole time you done got the nail in your foot and everything. This whole time she ain't said nothing to you.
But
Ain't called out to you nothing.
look, listen, man. When she stabbed the motherfucker in the damn eye,
Man.
I just gotta at the same time, man. Like, oh, what's
He
her
was
name?
in
Is it
his
Maya?
drawers too, bro. That's the
I think it's,
fucked up part. My nigga
I think
was
it's
in his goddamn drawers, man. He didn't even be out there.
yeah, tidy whities.
Man.
Maya, is it Goth or Gooth? Whatever her name is. She fucking killed the shit because when
Mm-hmm.
she came around and stabbed him, like she stabbed him so fucking brittle. And to know the whole time that this girl, how old this girl is? This girl, she was born in '93. My God.
Oh yeah, she young as fuck.
For her to be able to play that old ass brittle lady like that,
Brilliant.
because when she stabbed him in the back, it was so weak, and I was just like,
Well, he was already dead by then. That
I mean,
shit
yeah,
didn't
he
even
was
make a
already
difference.
dead.
The fact that she stabbed him was overkill. Then she
Yep.
gonna put
Then
the
she
hay
go
over
cover
him.
hay.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, man. That's petty.
That's genius, man.
That's
That is
petty.
genius that she started to cover him up with
Yeah,
fucking
but
hay.
I that's why I said, man, this movie was so dope, man. The crazy part though that fucked me up is if she could have just chilled on her horny and they'd have stayed in the house for just like a little bit, they'd have realized like that was the preacher's daughter.
Well, who would have realized that?
The old man and the old lady.
I think they already knew that.
I don't think they did. I don't think
Dude,
they did.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I think they did, and that's why she was like she had like this. Okay, remember what she said? She was like, "Yo, like you are a whore and all this type of shit." She was like, "No, I'm gonna be famous and I'm gonna be this and that." She
Mm-hmm.
says, "I know who you are." She was like, "I know
Oh,
what." She was like, "I
well,
know who you are and
I
what you
don't think,
do."
I don't think that's why she meant that. I think she was saying that because remember when she had went to the house initially, and she was telling her how beautiful she was, and she was like, "I used to be beautiful like you," and she was basically trying to tell her like, "Yo, don't get used up like I did." But I think she used to be on some freaky shit too.
Yeah, she definitely was cheating on her husband when he was young.
100%,
She
bro.
was she was smashing
She was
everything.
way too horny not to.
I'm talking about dude. She was smashing every dude
She
in that
had to
Texas
be.
town.
She had to be, bro. She was still horny at 90.
Yo, that is crazy. And then she kept talking about how y'all just don't know how lucky you are. You're gonna get to an AB. And that was also funny about the dialogue that they had before Church Mouse was talking about how she wanted to do how she wanted to do a scene. That was
Hmm.
like, yo, we get basically all our fucking in while we can before we get old and we can't fuck no more.
Right.
And it was wild for them to have that conversation in there, and like that's what Pearl was going through the whole time because she's like, yo,
Hmm.
like I was getting fucked like crazy, and now I can't get none. You know what I'm saying? Because my
Yeah.
husband, he got his heart issues or whatever, whatnot. But the reason why I think that they knew because I think that preacher's speech. Because remember when they went to that store before they got
Hmm.
to the house, that lady was watching the same thing at the store.
Everybody in that goddamn town apparently was
That's
watching that
that's what
bullshit.
I'm saying. That's why I think
But
that they
remember,
knew.
it only showed at the end. They didn't say nothing about they
I
didn't
think
throughout the thing. He wasn't even talking about his daughter. He was just preaching. And once it got to the end, that's when he started talking about it. Because that's why I think that they zoomed in on it so much because it ended up being her. I don't think they really knew that.
the reason why I think they knew is because I think that this was a continuous. I don't think that was like quote unquote. Well, it couldn't have been live. But I think that was like something that just constantly played on this channel, and I think that everybody's seen it so much that
Nah,
I
not
think
in the 70s.
man, I'm telling you, dude, I'm
No, that
telling
ain't it wouldn't have worked like that in the 70s though. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said like now it could have been pre-recorded, but
you. Yeah, that's what I mean.
it
Like
wouldn't have been on the
pre-recorded.
loop though. It would have never been on the loop.
I mean, I guess that's possible, but then at the same time, how everybody got channel markets, maybe they
You
didn't
gotta
really
remember
have anything in that
they ain't
town.
had no reruns in the 70s.
This is true. This is true. I don't know, man. I felt like she knew who she was. I just felt like that wasn't the first time that they seen that preacher preach because
I don't think
because
so.
every time the dude turned the TV off and turned it on, it was always just that preacher.
I know because they didn't change the channel. What I'm saying is you remember it's an old ass box TV. So once you turn it off, it just turned back on to the same channel. I'm saying that what I think is it was the fact that she saw herself in her. And I think that's another reason why they did it that way. Because now you telling me that she played both roles, it makes
Yeah,
sense to do it that way because now it's like I see myself in you, nigga, because that's the same actor. You know what
yeah.
I'm
And
saying?
then
So
even if you look at the picture of her when she was young,
it
it
kind of
was
looked like
her.
her. That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. That's what I'm saying. So in that sense, like, yeah, it makes sense because her seeing herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I think that that's like a little inside joke of the production team. Like, yo, we gonna make her play this old lady, and then you know what I'm saying, the old lady gonna be like, yo, I see my so much of myself in you, and blah blah blah. Like, because technically it's the same person, but
Yep.
in the movie, I think that she was just as, you know what I'm saying, bright eyed and bushy tail as Maxine was when she was a young girl. Because remember, Maxine was like, I just want to be famous, I just want to be da da. And Pearl, it seemed like when she was younger, she was the same way.
True. But yeah, she definitely opened up them legs, man. She was like, oh man, we did something. What did we do? It was a doc where the lady husband had went overseas, and then when he went into a war, came back, she was pregnant with another man's daughter, and then the daughter got kidnapped. What was it, man? What you remember that the thing where the dude was
Um, um,
where the dude was
the
taking the girl all around town, and it wasn't his
yeah,
daughter.
it was the something. It was the family next. Was it? No, it wasn't the family next door. It was I
Shit.
forgot what the doc is called, but I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
because he was dude boned everybody in the family basically,
Yeah.
including the dad.
You stupid. He didn't do that. But
Yes, he did. He made the dad. He made the dad touch him.
man, you stupid. But I was
That's a
just saying
fact.
that
you
I don't
don't
remember that part.
you don't
I
remember,
don't-
bro? The dad was talking about when they was in the car, man, and he whipped out on that nigga. And he peer pressured the dad into giving him a hand job and some shit like that, man.
I don't remember that
But go
part,
back and
man.
watch that shit, bro. I'm telling you, he boned the whole family, B. I said, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. You would
Yeah.
never catch me on no shit like that. First off, you're not gonna kidnap my daughter. Then you're not gonna kidnap my daughter and make me get your hand job in the car, my nigga. No, bro. No. Who do you think he was?
Hey man, he was an ex-con, man, that's
Man,
been
that
out on the
nigga was
run
a
for 10
sicko,
years.
man. He was a
Yeah,
fucking sicko,
he
bro.
was definitely sick. But
He
I
had
was
that
just
girl in the coat.
yeah, I was just bringing up that reference because like I know why that man was gone in World
Oh
War
man,
One
she
or War
was get
Two.
if she was
Man,
anything like she is now, boy, that whole
yeah.
town know her personally.
Nah, but what's crazy is the fact that so they did end up she ended up pressuring him into having sex. So
Hmm.
they smashed while a girl was Maxine was up
Well,
under the
Maxine
bed.
was, oh, that is disgusting.
Yeah, super disgusting. So his heart held up
Bro, when they
until
was kissing,
yeah,
ah,
that was that was
horrible,
definitely nasty. Like
horrible.
that like to get two and a half great sex scenes. They didn't show us the one, but I
He
understand
said
because
two
she's
and a half.
well, you gotta
Because they
understand.
definitely didn't show us old girl. I was sorry about that.
Well, you know why? She's
She was
only
supposed,
20. I think she's only like no, like the real her. Like
yeah.
because you look at her age. Like I think she was born in. Hold on a minute. I got it right here.
Wait a minute. You
She was
telling me
born in
that,
2002.
yeah, she 20.
Exactly. So when they probably shot this, she might.
She
Well,
was 19.
yeah, she was probably like 19. So technically she's old enough, but maybe you know what I'm saying? Like I said, she's
She
still
probably
super
wasn't
young.
comfortable with it. But
Yeah.
the only reason I excited about that because she's the baddest one in the movie.
Well, I mean, this is true, but at the
The
same
what
time,
what's the one chick named Brittany Lynn?
Bobby Lynn, but her real
Bobby
name is
Lynn, yeah, she
Brittany
has
Snow.
some great boobs, but that's about it.
Man, listen, we ain't even gonna go there.
Just
You know what
like
I'm saying?
boobs, man.
Man, listen, we'll talk later. Um, but I say two and a half because they didn't show the one, and then you
Hmm.
got the two, and then they show you that. It's like, come on,
Man, listen, they
it's like,
ruined
yo.
they ruined everything. They ruined everything. When I tell you this is a real horror movie, the horror is not in the gore. The horror is in the old people.
Yeah, that was completely disgusting. But
Man, they
but
did their
but,
job.
but where I was headed was so my man held his heart held up But when they finally
He
shot, you
said
know what I'm
his
saying?
heart held up.
His heart held up. You know what I'm saying? He was able to bust one without having a heart attack.
That's hilarious,
Yo,
bro.
listen to me. I need to say this. Yo, if the doc tell me, yo, if you bust one off, you know what I'm saying, you might have a heart attack.
Well,
Kill me now.
now go ahead and get that heart attack medicine ready.
I'm
Because
telling you,
I'm gonna have to
that is
get one off.
that man. That sounds terrible, man. That sounds
Hey
terrible. But
man. Well, I tell you what sounds terrible. Kissing Pearl. That shit sound terrible.
oh man. But I say that to say this. Like his heart held up. But
Hmm.
after they shot Churchmouth, after she flipped out on old girl, and but the way she got blasted when she went through that door,
Oh my god. I thought she was home free, bruh.
no, I
I thought
felt it.
she made it.
I knew something was gonna happen. It was like it just didn't feel like if you watch as many horror movies as I watched, like something like you
I
knew
thought,
something was gonna happen.
yeah.
I didn't
No,
know
I
what it
thought she was
was.
gonna be the one to get away though, because she had already went through the basement and all that other shit. So I'm thinking like, yeah, she the one that's gonna escape. They're gonna kill everybody else. When she went through that door and flew back, I said, oh goddamn,
Man, and he
it
shot her
was
in the
over with.
face.
Man,
I'm
what
talking about shot her in the face. And so then this is the stupid part.
leveled her shit?
My man said, yo, let's drag her into the house so it'll look like self defense.
Self defense.
All that blood outside,
He
and
can
you can
wash
see
that
the
off.
drag marks.
Yeah, he
Like,
can
come
wash that
on.
off. He was gonna
And
wash
so
all
then,
that off.
and so then she fucking have like a cough reaction, and she scared the shit out of him. He had all the time.
Which was crazy.
That is what gave him a heart attack. Is the
Yeah.
fact that the girl coughed up some blood and scared the shit out of my man, and that's how
Yeah.
fucking Howard died. That was
That
hilarious.
shit crazy.
But that's fucked up, man. When they did the Jackson, man, you know what I'm saying? The way
Yeah,
Tubby
man.
died, he out here trying to help your ass, try to find your wife.
When he found that car, he
He
should have
knew.
got his ass out of
Yes,
there.
yes,
Fuck that. Ain't no more going looking for this old man. Fuck that old man. He on his own. This is a
and
setup.
yeah, you gotta be thinking something is not right here. And
Yeah.
that was the one kill that one, and when old girl got shot in the face. The rest of them is
Yo.
kind of like,
Yeah, the rest of them was all right. When she was swimming in the water and was getting out and that alligator was chasing her. Oh my goodness, bro. You talking about anxiety, my nigga. I
I,
was
I'm
like, oh shit.
I'm gonna tell you why I didn't. I knew I was like, yeah, it's too early. This is way too early in the movie for this to happen.
I mean,
So
they had me. They had me. I was in suspense.
it,
I was
it
like, this was great.
I mean, it is a good way because, like I said, at this point in the movie, it's all the build up at this point.
Hmm.
So it's just like that was really like the first kind of like excitement that you got. Well, other than the
Yeah.
first sex scene, the first sex scene was going down, but it was just like, yo, because you're
He
trying to
said-
figure out.
it really did though. I ain't gonna lie. They got lit.
Oh yeah, they got lit, but like that was it was great, man. Because and we spoke on this on the coming soon too. I think that's really the only way to really to have a good horror movie nowadays. It's just like we got to go back in time, man. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's got
Yes.
to be 70s, 80s based.
Because
You know
it
what I'm
because
saying?
the formula is already there and you can't go
Yes.
wrong with it. It's like there's nothing. Well, I mean, you can fuck it up because we've seen it get fucked up.
Oh, we definitely seem to get fucked up.
Hmm. But mm, hold on, I'm trying to fight off the cough.
Oh no, you good. But yeah, man, it's
Ow!
don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself.
I can't help it. It hurt when I
But
cough. Shit. But
but yeah,
no,
man.
I was saying like, you know what I'm saying? We've seen it messed up before, but for the most part, we've seen it work so many times and we've seen people
Yeah,
try to go a different route and try something else. And it's like sometimes it works, but for the most part, like it usually fails because there's when you have the set like when you have that setting of the 70s, you have to remember, like, bro, it ain't no technology.
Yep.
So without the technology, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be spooky. Like you can't do that now in the farm because it's like hella street lights. In the 70s, it wasn't that many street lights. You know what I'm saying? So if they did go on the road, it wasn't surprising that the killer ended up on one side of the street when the you know what I'm saying, the street light worked or some shit like that. I mean the street light was
Yeah.
flickering on and off or some shit. Or you know what I'm saying? Like if the power go out or something and then they gotta go back to the generator. They try to get the generator and then you know what I'm saying, they get killed by the generator. Like that type of stuff, it makes sense because nowadays you don't have to go to the generator. The generator just cut on. So yeah, that time is perfect, man. That blueprint is damn near flawless.
Yeah. Definitely, man. So they killed this shit, man.
For
I think that
sure,
this
man.
this was really a, it's good and refreshing because the last Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and they speak about it in this article that I was looking at. The
Hmm.
last one that came out, it was so bad,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm looking at Jacob Lattimore like, you really signed up for this? Like,
Hey
they must
man,
have gave you a good check, like,
hey
cause
man, between him and Trey Songz, brother, I was so disappointed.
yeah, the Trey Songz one, that one's bad.
And that was
This
like
the
at
new
the height of
one.
Trey Songz shit too, man. That was horrible.
In the new one, man, it's just like they really bit so much off of the Halloween movie. It was
Hmm.
ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah.
like there's like four scenes in a whole character they completely stole like the new Laurie Strode and put her in that damn Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie.
Hey man, they was just trying to get the check out of that one, man. But you
Man, I'm
ready
telling
to
you,
do the Fire Flames?
man, let's do these.
All right, out.
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
All right, what you got, bro?
Uh, love the cast. The
Hmm.
cast was really good. The girl that played Church Mouse, she she's really blowing up out here in these streets, man. She's in a lot of shit. She was in the newest Scream movie. Um, she's playing Wednesday in the new Adams Family joint.
Real? Is it animated or is it live?
No, it's live, my guy.
Oh, that's
It's
gonna be
live.
interesting. That's gonna be
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. So like she's really coming up in the world, man.
Okay, then.
She's doing really good. I'm a huge fan of Brittany Snow, man. You know how I feel about Cuddy. The main
Hmm.
character Mia, man, she did her job. And I haven't seen Martin Henderson since goddamn Smoking Aces. He
Yeah.
always reminded me of the same guy. He got his fingers blew off, and the little kid start punching him when he was in the
Yeah.
water, and his dick got hard. Fuck y'all who don't think Smoking Aces is good.
Yeah.
But nah, man. A good horror movie. I gotta go 4.5, man. I think they killed this shit, man. Shout out to Ti West. Never heard of you, but man, you put this shit together. So I'm really feeling this movie, man. So I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
I'm gonna have to agree with you, man. The cast was great. Like I said, they followed the blueprint to perfection. Um, and then not only that, man, the build up of the movie was amazing. It makes you forget after a while that you're watching a horror movie, only because the action comes so late. But the movie is so good where you're not even really worried about it that much because it's so much filler. Well, I don't want to call it filler, but it's so much story in between that it gives you what you need until you know what I'm saying you actually get to the gore and the blood and the guts and stuff. And then not only that, man, when I tell you, bro, like to have an antagonist in a movie and for the antagonist to be so well done, the way Mia did it was amazing. Like she really showed her ass in this movie playing Pearl, and I think that if when it all comes to it, like she deserves some type of award for this because she did a hell of a job playing that role. But once again, yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you, man. 4.5.
Good deal. Same page today.
Yes, sir, man. Time for the coming soon.
Let's do it.
Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
All right, man. What we got next?
Man, listen, we got a classic of a movie, man, where they getting into how they just went through this whole thing of down in Mexico where they was just robbing rich people kids and getting ransoms off of them. It's when the great Denzel Washington played Creasy, which is this is based off of a true story. I don't know if a lot of people know that.
Really?
But yeah, yeah. So we got Man on Fire coming up
Mm-hmm.
next. I'm excited to do this, man. This is a movie I've been fucking with for a long time. I brought something up to you, man, and you started killing it. Now I'm just like, man, come on, man, let them do their thing. That him and Dakota Fanning, because Dakota Fanning is
I'm
gonna
not a
be
Dakota Fanning fan, man.
man. Dakota Fanning, man, listen, man, she killed Hide and Seek. What you talking about?
Yeah, okay.
You ain't never seen Hide and Seek?
Yeah, I did. You know
Man,
what
she
else she
killed that.
did?
Man.
She ruined a movie that was already horrible.
What's that?
What's that movie with the werewolves and the vampires?
Oh, Twilight. Yeah, she
Yeah,
did join
she
the
she
Twilight movie.
ruined that, and that shit was already horrible.
How could you? Okay. But anyway, I think it's cool, man. I think it's cool. You know, then she was like a straight up like kid, and then they getting back together and doing this Equalizer 3. So I think it's cool. I think it's cool. But yeah, man, we got the great. Anytime you can do a Denzel Washington movie
Yep,
is, you know what I'm saying? That's
yep,
always a good time. So I'm
for
excited to
sure.
do Man on Fire.
Hey man, I can't wait to do it, man. So if you guys enjoyed this, if you thought this was a good movie, if you guys were just as disgusted as I was at seeing Pearl and that old man kiss, hit us up, man, on IG and Twitter at ViewAnon You can also hit us up on Facebook at VA Pod Watch Group. You can follow me at Scoots Bronson. I have a link tree in my bio. Make sure you can hit that link. Make sure you hit that link to follow me everywhere else.
And y'all can follow me at S.Foster8 on Instagram and Twitter at 28 minutes or less pod on Instagram. Check out the podcast, 28 minutes or less. It's on all major platforms. Just dropped episode 105, man. This is more of a personal episode, man. I did the subject matter of dreams, where I tied in, and let me tell you, I'm gonna try to intrigue you here real quick. So where I tie in the concept of like my own dreams, right? But I use
Mm-hmm.
three movie examples. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I used Inception,
Mm-hmm.
I used Nightmare on Elm Street,
Mm.
and I used a movie called The Prodigy, which that was more off of if if some of our dreams have something to do with reincarnation. So I kind of, and that's what the movie Prodigy had to do with reincarnation. So I
Yeah.
used those three examples to do a whole pod like around dreams and shit. And I
All right.
gave some personal stories on some of the dreams that I've been having for a long time and all that type of shit. So I did an episode about dreams, people. So
You
go
should have
check
called
this
it
out.
Dreams and Nightmares.
Damn, you're right.
Or it was all a dream.
See, should have called I
Now
used
that's
to read
fire
Word
though,
Up
man.
magazine.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fire, man.
but yeah, man. So go check that out. People, let me know what you think. Leave a review.
Definitely.
If, for this one too, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm looking trying to see. We haven't got none in a while.
No, I don't think we got no new ones.
Yeah, man. But yeah, we want some feedback, man. No, hit us up.
Definitely
Give,
do.
give us some feedback. Tell us what you think.
For sure.
Yep.
Also, oh yeah, I forgot. Y'all go check out my new album, man. It's called Elation. It's on it's on all music platforms, man. Search Scoots Bronson or just search Elation. You can't miss it. Hey, more dance music, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make some happy music, some music that make you get up and move your feet. And I wish that I could get up and move mine, but you can do that for me. Just go listen to my album and you know what I'm saying? Get your dance on.
Yes, sir, man. I haven't listened to this one yet though, but I'm gonna jump on it.
Yeah, I took my time on this one.
I'm definitely gonna check that out. I
Man, I
listened to the
appreciate it.
first one. I definitely listened to the first one.
Yeah, man. This one, I think this one is a lot better though. This one is
Okay.
a lot better. I put a lot more effort into it. in a little bit more time. But listen, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Remember, you can only watch us on Spotify. And until the next episode, like they say in Hollywood, that is a wrap.
Cut.